Hi guys, what's up? My name is Aayush Ailawadi. You're watching your favorite technology show, Tech360. But I have to confess, I'm gonna come clean. This is more of a travel show than a tech show because to bring you the best, the latest and greatest in the world of tech and auto, we have to go to ground zero and travel the world for you, and we're not complaining. So if I have to go to a new location, I thought, why not compile some of the best tech jugaad, the tech hacks, tips and tricks that really make sure, one, that this show reaches you on time, two, that we pay the bills, three, that we have a lot of fun while we're doing this by using tech efficiently. Basically, using technology to make your travels safer, simpler, and a whole lot more fun. Let's get this started, and I'm going to start off with the top jugaad on my list. You know, it's kind of interesting that tech content creators and influencers travel more than specific travel content creators. That's because we want to bring you the latest and greatest in tech. But if you're traveling so much and thinking so much in terms of content, then you need to use technology to your advantage. So here at Tech360, we've compiled an unbiased, real list for you, the stuff that we use to make our lives easier, and stuff that you can also use, hacks and simple tech tips and tricks and gadgets and devices and services that you can use to make your travels a whole lot easier, simpler, and fun. Have a look. As you probably know, we at Tech360 are constantly on the move, sometimes halfway across the world like I am now, chasing stories, testing gadgets, and covering the coolest tech events out there, the latest and greatest, like we say here on the show. And after so many trips, we've picked up some really handy hacks that make life on the go a whole lot easier. Well, firstly, I'm shooting this on a Mojo setup, or a vlogging setup, as content creators would call it, or mobile journalists would. But how do I send this footage across? Remember when you had to rush to a kiosk at the airport just to get a local SIM card? Well, that doesn't need to happen anymore. With an eSIM, you can set up your mobile plan before you even leave home. No physical SIM required, just an application and using the internet. It's quick, it's cheaper, and it works the moment you land. We've been using services like Airalo and Nomad, there's a bunch of them, and they've been total game changers. You turn off airplane mode and boom, instant connection. The minute I got here, best part is that if you're hopping between countries, you can switch plans in seconds without fumbling with those tiny SIM trays, SIM ejection tools in the cab or in the bus or whilst you're on transit. They're quicker, they're cheaper. Sometimes some plans are $1, $2, $4. Whereas if you're comparing 80 and 160 and maybe 200-300 rupees compared to some of the plans on, well, international roaming on Vodafone and Airtel and Jio, which costs 3,000-4,000 rupees. So yes, you won't have the same number when you switch to an eSIM, but it'll be a lot more convenient, a lot cheaper, safe as well, and sometimes you even get free trials, so check those out. What if you're traveling to a country like Singapore or New York or Tokyo with great non-vegetarian food, but you're trying to find good vegetarian or vegan food? That can be quite of a task, especially for all of us in India. That's where apps like Happy Cow come to the rescue. It's basically a global food map for plant-based eaters, listing restaurants, cafes, and even grocery stores. It's available in more than 180 countries, and the user reviews are super reliable. So you'll end up discovering some hidden gems that you'd never find probably on your own. Very reliable. We've used it everywhere. I think I've used it in Tokyo, Goa, Singapore, New York, and it seems to work. It saved us from way too many "let's have fries for dinner" nights. This one is a game changer. Another one that I use is using Google Maps offline. This one's non-negotiable. Before every trip, download the offline map of the place you're visiting. Once that's done, you can get around, find hotels, or even track local attractions, all without burning through mobile data. It's a total lifesaver when the network drops, especially in remote areas, maybe some alley or some precinct you don't want to be with, or when you're trying to avoid expensive roaming charges. I always star key places like my hotel, coffee spots, any safe spaces, and airports. It just makes navigation so much smoother when you're half jet lagged and disoriented. Go to Google Maps, make sure you tap on the settings icon, find offline maps, select the part or the region that you want to download. It'll be a few hundred MB, maybe a GB. Do it. Really compromise on that storage, at least while you're on that trip. Even if you're staying in a particular city, even your home city, this is an absolute life changer of a hack. There's so many apps nowadays reminding you to drink water, but what if you're well hydrated? Then there is this app that doesn't get enough credit. Flush helps you find nearby public restrooms. And it even works offline, by the way. It's crowdsourced, so real travelers like you and me update the data in the app, which makes it surprisingly reliable. If you've ever been exploring a new city and suddenly needed to, well, find a bathroom or a restroom or a toilet immediately, whichever country you're in, this app will feel like a lifesaver. Bonus tip, it even tells you if the restroom is free to use or has accessibility options. Small thing, big difference when you're in a hurry. So the next time you're packing for a trip, give these apps and these tech hacks a shot. They'll make traveling way smoother, smarter, and a lot less stressful. Exactly like how we do it on Tech360. Now, I'm going to board my flight. I'll see you shortly. All right, I'm glad you're still tuned in to Tech360. Now, I often get this question in my DMs and in the comments that this bag that I have on seems big, but what exactly is in it? What's in my tech bag? Well, I'll tell you, it's a mobile production unit. Keeps me going, makes sure that all my devices are charged up, security, hydration, everything. Well, actually, let me just show you what's in it in this particular segment. Okay, I know a lot of people like to carry laptops, but for me, it is the iPad Pro with M5, but not just the tablet. It's a little bit more expensive to get this setup going. Basically, it's a Magic Keyboard and this Apple Pencil. So any sort of color grading needed, any sort of quick editing or notes to be taken, this is almost as good as a MacBook for me. And when I don't want it to be just all work, it's also great for play, incredibly fast, great AI processing, fantastic product. And when I'm using this too much for work, just snap it off the Magic Keyboard, use it this way, and then it is a productivity device, and it's also great to consume all sorts of content. This is the best multi-purpose device, 11 inches in the bag. Honestly, a game changer to have this setup. That's the first most important product in my tech bag. Well, first here on Tech360, audio is imperative. We're all audiophiles, and for that you need a good pair of headphones that gets the work done and is also great quality to listen to and is also within your budget. For me, it's the Beats Studio Pro. This is the Kim Kardashian edition, but honestly, the fact that they fold and become so easy to package and great audio all throughout, right? Very stylish, good ANC, and value for money, also technically within the Apple ecosystem if you want it to be, but also great on Android. I think these are game changers for us here on Tech360. The Beats Studio Pro is the headphones we use for all the good music that we want to listen to. And if it sounds good over here, then it sounds good on air too. Now, the debate between smartphone cameras and professional cameras is perpetual. It's going to go on forever. In fact, in the second half of the show, we'll be covering that as well. But when I'm traveling, I like to shoot on the 17 Pro Max or the 17 Pro. But the real game changer is this grip. You get these MagSafe Ulanzi, very good. Also doubles up as a tripod for me. Very easy when I want to do a vlogging shoot. But the only other multi-purpose camera that works for me is the GoPro Max 2. 8K 360 spatial audio, absolute game changer, especially those automotive shoots that we go for on Tech360. It has to be the GoPro Max 2 in terms of a complete 360 camera. And for a multi-purpose camera, this does the job just as well. Now, everyone talks about the kind of video quality that you get on these devices, but something that's incredibly important here on Tech360 and for any content creator is audio. And for audio, there's something in Santa's bag as well. This is something I purchased recently during my travels, the Hollyland Lark M2S. In fact, the audio you're listening to right now is from this device. Right? You have active noise cancellation. It doesn't have local recording, but let me show you the form factor. Sometimes you can't even notice that it's on you because it's so tiny. It looks like a small little button on top of you. You can connect it to your camera, you can connect it to your smartphone. Almost instant output. Great noise cancellation, very nifty package, and this honestly is a game changer. There are products from DJI, from Rode, but I feel like innovation is slowing there. Also, the fact that this is so discreet, no branding required. For me, this has been one of the best purchases in my tech bag. Now, if you shoot so much content, you need a lot of storage, especially if you're shooting in 4K, ProRes, like we often do on Tech360. You're around the world, you're running out of storage, you want to edit on the go, you need an SSD. This is the new SanDisk Creator SSD. It's MagSafe compatible. 1 terabyte costs around 12,999. There's a 2 terabyte option, a little more expensive. The concept of it is great. I think it is incredibly expensive, but in terms of storage, if you're buying cloud storage, you're going to be spending almost that much through the course of the year. So if you're using something like an SSD, it might be a lot more helpful. But that said, it's incredibly expensive and the MagSafe doesn't really snap on that easy. But once you do connect it, it does show up in your file explorer. We'll test this extensively here on Tech360 and tell you whether this is a true bang for your buck. I have a much cheaper SSD that plugs in with the USB. For reference purposes, we're using this for now, but an SSD is required in your tech bag. And if you carry so many items and your passport and so much in your bags, then one indispensable product is the AirTag. This is Apple's AirTag. I've tried using Samsung's as well. Nothing is as precise here in India. Nothing available in the market seems to be as precise as the AirTag. It uses Apple's Find My network and other Apple devices to ping to find the location, and the location it does, the exact precise location. Absolute game changer. You get it for 2,000 to 3,000 rupees. Sometimes there's sales going on Amazon as well. This can be a game changer. I keep it with my passport. I keep it sometimes with other valuable items over here. It obviously doesn't require any charging, goes on for more than a year, tracks your baggage anywhere in the world to help locate it. This, the AirTag, is also an indispensable game changer. Now, obviously, in true Tech360 style, this was a dispassionate review. In fact, most of these items I own and genuinely use. I bought them during my travels to make my travels a lot easier. There was a problem, we found the solution in our own little way in this backpack. But let us know what you made of some of these solutions and what do you use? Maybe we can learn from you as well. You know what? Now I'm a little worried. You have all my travel tech tips and tricks. You also know about all the AI we've been talking about. You put it all together and I can be replaced on Tech360. But we're doing this all for you, the Tech360 community. The only thing I don't want to do is not practice what I preach. And for that, I need to travel a little bit more, use tech a lot more. I'll see you on the other side. Honest question, does AI worry you? Do you think it'll take your job away? If you learn the tips and tricks from the world of AI, do you think you'll get better at your job? Maybe get an appraisal as well. Are you an optimist? Are you more cynical about the future of tech? Is the glass half empty or the glass half full? Big tech is trying really hard to become big AI, but there are new players coming in like OpenAI as well, Perplexity. Maybe that defines what happens with the future of tech. But the Apples, the Samsungs and Googles get a lot of coverage in terms of what they're doing and their bid to become the next big thing in the AI world and the world of tech. There's also another conference that takes place every year in Los Angeles. It's called Adobe MAX. The mainstream media doesn't cover it the same way, but we were supposed to be there. And now we can tell you about some of the things that have been announced at Adobe MAX. Design, creativity, tech, and a whole lot of AI. Let's decide whether you're worried about the AI announcements at Adobe MAX, or are you actually excited in this special Tech360 report?
The show opened with Firefly Image Model 5, Adobe's most capable image generator yet. It now delivers native 4-megapixel visuals, a 4-fold jump in resolution from the previous version, with striking improvements in realism, lighting, and human detail. You can move, resize, or replace elements while Firefly automatically adjusts shadows and reflections. Adobe's apps are getting a conversational upgrade too. New AI assistants in Photoshop, Express, and Firefly let you design or edit simply by describing what you want. AI will adapt colors, fonts, and layout while keeping the design intact. It's already available to Express Premium users and will expand soon. Video editors are getting a major productivity boost. Premiere Pro now includes AI-powered masking tools that eliminate the need for manual rotoscoping. The new object mask can automatically detect and track subjects across a shot with one click. Adobe has also added faster 3D and bi-directional tracking. Photoshop's new Harmonize feature is tailor-made for designers who work with composites. Drop an object or person into a new background and the AI instantly matches lighting, color, and shadow to create a natural blend. You get multiple variations and fine-tuning controls to perfect the result, which is a huge time saver for creatives who usually spend hours adjusting every detail. Harmonize is currently in beta on desktop and web, with early access coming to iOS soon. Adobe also previewed Project Moonlight, an AI conductor that connects assistants across Photoshop, Premiere, and Lightroom. It learns your creative style, taps into your Creative Cloud assets, and helps plan or produce content tailored to your brand or workflow. Firefly, meanwhile, is expanding beyond visuals with new audio and video capabilities. You can now generate soundtracks with licensed music, create natural voiceovers, or edit video using an AI-powered timeline tool. With new partnerships across Google, OpenAI, 11 Labs, Luma AI, and Runway, Adobe's creative ecosystem is becoming more connected and a lot more capable.
I don't know whether this is the Elon Musk or Tesla effect, but a lot of automotive companies around the world feel the need to innovate in 2025, whether it's putting AI in your car or basically reloading them with a lot of tech features. That's why Tech360 is interested, especially in the new Hyundai Venue 2025. Is this a mere facelift? What's the tech angle, the tech focus? Well, Tech360's Ishaan Singh has been driving the Venue for the last couple of years, and he wants to tell us what's different from a tech perspective and whether this is a true bang for your buck. Have a look.
Hyundai has launched the all-new Venue for 2025 with a refreshed design and a lot of tech loaded into the car. The car now starts at ₹7,89,900 in India. Being a Venue owner myself, here are the key features that I think stood out. So let's get right into the video. The 2025 Hyundai Venue represents a major technological leap over the 2022 facelift, with substantial improvements across infotainment, connectivity, driver assistance, and safety systems. The most significant change lies in the infotainment system. The 2025 Venue introduces dual 12.3-inch curved panoramic displays that combine the infotainment touchscreen and a fully digital instrument cluster. This is a major step up from the last-gen Venue's 8-inch infotainment screen and partially digital cluster. The new digital cluster supports three themes: classic, modern, and simple, and now includes ADAS alerts and turn-by-turn navigation directly on the screen. In comparison, the 2022 Venue's digital display had fewer customization options and less functionality. Connectivity has also advanced considerably. The 2025 model makes wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay standard across variants, eliminating the need for cables. The 2025 Venue enhances the in-car audio experience by introducing an 8-speaker Bose premium sound system on higher-end variants. In contrast, the previous model featured a more basic speaker system setup without a branded audio system. In terms of safety and driver assistance, the 2025 Venue marks a major evolution. It upgrades from Level 1 to Level 2 Hyundai SmartSense ADAS, expanding from 10 to 16 safety features. With parking collision avoidance assist for the rear, which is a first for the segment. Safety has been standardized across all variants. 6 airbags, electronic stability control, hill start assist, and an electronic parking brake with auto hold are now standard. The new Venue also includes all 4 disc brakes for improved braking performance. Comfort technology has seen several upgrades too. The 2025 Venue introduces ventilated front seat, an electrically adjustable driver's seat, and wider availability of the voice-enabled smart electric sunroof. The Venue's physical design has also grown to accommodate these technological changes. It is now 48 mm taller, 30 mm wider, and its wheelbase has increased by 20 mm, providing more space for the larger curved displays and updated dashboard layout. Overall, the 2025 Hyundai Venue's technology overhaul goes far beyond minor updates. It represents a full generational shift with enhanced connectivity, smarter safety systems, and a more advanced digital experience. It positions itself well ahead of the previous models in every technological aspect. Wider infotainment system, ADAS level 2, and a lot more tech features are built right into this Venue. But is it worth the upgrade for all the buyers who got their car in 2023 or maybe 2024? Not really.
For the past couple of years, smartphone cameras have gotten so good with their computational photography algorithms, the advanced 3nm chipsets. Basically, using AI and whatnot and bigger sensors, these cameras have become almost as good as pro cameras. Of course, the bigger sensors that we're shooting on get more light in, can really do some cool things. But for the size and the price and the fact that this is always in your pocket, they're doing a very good job. Such a good job that in a world of social media, can you tell the difference between what's shot on a professional camera and a smartphone camera?
This is clicked by phone.
Okay, this is a DSLR maybe? I think.
Taken from the phone.
This looks like from a professional camera. This is phone and this is phone.
I think this is on camera.
I think this one looks very nice and professionally done, and you can see the background is diffused. So I think this is, and over here the color and the brightness is not that great. So I think for me it would be this one.
Okay, I think this is a phone camera.
This one is from the mobile phone.
These are taken with mobile.
This one's a phone.
This is camera. This is from camera.
This is from camera.
So out of these three pics, I think this is from a professional camera.
This one from a professional camera.
Phone camera.
This is taken by phone.
I think the second one is clicked from the professional camera.
And this by the camera.
DSLR.
And the third one is from camera.
This one is a bad quality phone if it's a phone.
Around the world in 23 minutes here on Tech360. That's how long the show was. I know time just went by in a wink. That's because you're probably enjoying this episode of Tech360 like we're enjoying putting it together for you. I'm your host Aayush Ailawadi here back in Maximum City, Mumbai saying until next week, adios.